I knew she was coming the day before. Actually, I think 2 days before, I had a feeling. I came to Kim for our last appointment. I was over 40 weeks. And as we left, that was a Tuesday, and as we left, I said, I'll see you on Thursday, because I just had a feeling she was going to be born on Thursday. And she was. And on Wednesday, I kind of started feeling a little bit different, like something was going to go down, and by Wednesday night it was pretty obvious that labor was starting. And Kim and our doulas were just really relaxed, you know. They kept telling us to nap, and every time I would call to give them a report, like, I think my water broke, or I think something's going on, I kept getting this instruction: why aren't you asleep? Go back upstairs and sleep, and don't waste your energy. Really, the turning point for me when I really think labor had started was when our doula looked at me and was saying, you're really ready for this, and you deserve to have a great birth, and you're really ready to meet your baby. And I did then exactly what I'm doing now. I just cried, and you know, I wasn't really afraid. I was just more overwhelmed and excited. And so anyway, I spent most of the labor in the pool, and I couldn't even really tell you how long I was in there, because I was just in another world, really. And you know, apparently I was making quite a bit of noise, but I wasn't really aware of that. I was just kind of floating around and really letting it happen to me. I've described it since then as just like any other bodily function that just happens to you. It's not like I was actively doing it. She was just coming. She was on her way. And I was just trying to stay out of the way. And this was the one thing in my life I didn't overthink at all. I just was all body and no mind. And it was great. I mean, it really, everything just sort of happened as it was supposed to. And a few hours into it, Kim arrived, and I remember I didn't want any examinations. I didn't even want to be checked. I was just like, oh, hi, Kim. And so it wasn't even until the very end that, you know, she checked to see how far along we were, and it was pretty shortly after that that it was time to push. And that was the only point when things kind of slowed down a little bit in the water. Yeah, do you remember that? Do you remember having your head like almost out but not quite? And so at the very end, right before she was born, they lifted me out of the water and put me down right next to the tub, and she was born about 10 minutes later in our upstairs landing.
It was a very special time. It was something I really feel blessed to have been a part of. I mean, my involvement was purely supportive. The doulas and Kim were excellent. They really made sure Summer was in a good mental place to have the baby. And so I did everything I could to make sure physically she was comfortable.